Morning 2A. So today for math, we're going to continue working on some story problems using some different addition and subtraction strategies. So what I'm going to do is just like I did for yesterday, I'm going to share my screen and it's going to be a worksheet similar to the one you're going to do today, but I've changed some of the numbers and some of the prices around so I can show you how to do it, and then you're going to do it on your own with some different numbers. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so our first problem right here is Mr. Anthony came in with $17 to buy teddy bears for his classroom. He left with $1 in change. How many bears did he buy? So the first thing I need to know is how much does one bear cost? So this bear costs $4. So now I want to know how many bears he can buy before he goes too high. So my first step is going to be to figure out how many dollars he can spend. So he came in with 17 and he got 1 back. So my first step is going to be to do 17. I'm going to move this text down so I can see it a little better. Oopsies. My hard time grabbing. There we go. Is going to be to do 17 minus 1. And I want to do 17 minus 1 because I know that he came in with $17 and he left with $1 in change, which means he spent the rest of that money. And I want to know how much money he spent. So I know 17 minus 1 is 16. So I know that he spent $16. So now what I want to do is I want to figure out how much money he spent, or how many bears he bought for his $16. So I am going to draw myself a number line here. And I know that I want to get to the number 16 because he spent $16. And I'm going to have to count by 4s because each bear is $4. So I'm going to make jumps of 4 up until I can get to 16. So I know I'm going to start at, I'm going to start at 0. Okay. And I'm going to make my first jump. Oopsies. Oh man, hold on 1 second, friends. Okay, sorry, I had some technical difficulties going on. So what I want to do now is I want to be able to jump starting at 0. So I'm going to mark 0 on my number line. And I'm going to jump by 4s because $4 for each teddy bear to 16. So I'm going to start by making a jump of 4. So I know this is going to land me on 4, and I'm going to label this plus 4. Now I'm going to jump 4 more. What is 4 plus 4? Oopsies. 4 plus 4 is 8. So I know this lands on 8. Now I'm going to jump 4 more because I'm not at 16 yet. What is 8 plus 4? 12. And now I'm going to make 1 more jump of 4 to see if I can get to 16. Because I'm close. I know 12 and 16 are pretty close. What is 12 plus 4? It's 16. So I'm going to just circle this because I know that that goes all the way. So now I need to count how many jumps I made to decide how many bears Mr. Anthony bought. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that Mr. Anthony bought 4 bears at the store. And I don't think I'm going to be able to fit all. Oh, maybe I can squeeze it in there. Okay. So that's how we solve number 1. Number 2 is the same thing, except he leaves with $2 in change instead. So I'm not going to show you how to solve that one because you're going to do that on your own. I am going to show you now how to solve this next one, number 3 here. It's labeled number 2, but it's your third problem you're going to solve because this one's a little different. This one says, Miss Bolig came in to buy toys for her kindergartners. She spent exactly $17 and left with 4 toys. What did she get? So what I'm going to do to start this is I want to think about, so she spent $17 and she leaves with 4 toys. So this is going to be a little bit of what we call guess and check. And we did this a little bit while we were at school. You're going to have to think of and guess a couple different things to see if you're right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my bigger price tag. And I know that counting by fives is really easy for me. So I'm going to start, and I want to get to as close as I can to 17 without going over in fives. So if I start, let's add some numbers here to start us off. If I'm going to start at 0, I have my number line here, and I'm going to jump by fives until I get as close to 17 as I can, because that's the number that's the amount of money she spent, without going over. So my first jump is going to be 5, and I know 0 plus 5 is 5. Am I close to, can I keep going another 5 without going over 17? I can. So I'm going to jump another 5. And 5 plus 5 is 10. Can I go another 5 without going over 17? I can. I'm going to jump another 5. What is 10 plus 5? 15. Can I jump another 5 without going over 17? Nope, I cannot. So my next step, so I know that she can't buy any more beach balls. She is all out of beach ball money. And she's only bought 1, 2, 3 toys so far, and she needs to leave with 4. So how many dolls can I buy to get me to 17? So 17 is my number now over here that I want to get to. I'll draw some like fireworks around it so we remember. I'm going to jump 2. Even though it looks a little big, I'm going to make sure I label it because sometimes our jumps look bigger than they are. And 15 plus 2 is 17. So I now know that she got 1, 2, 3 beach balls and 1 doll. And I'm going to double check by making sure I got to 17, which I did. I can even add my jumps together if I'm not sure. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. And I want to make sure that my number of toys she buys adds up to 4. So 3, 4. So now I know how to solve these kind of problems. So your job today is going to be to solve similar problems using these strategies. So you can always go back and pause the video and go through it step by step with me, but your numbers are going to look a little different. So make sure that you read your worksheet well to make sure that you understand that the numbers are different than the ones in the video. If you run into any problems or have any trouble, send me a message on Class Dojo or send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope everyone has a terrific Tuesday, and I hope to see many of you tonight at 6:30 for our Zoom call. Have a great day.